My name is Jared Whiting, and this is my speech for my communications class. Here's my audience, consisting of my mom, my dog, and my dad. So, North Korea, one of the most unique places on the planet Earth. It is one of the few remaining places that still has a dictatorship in practice, which means that one man has absolute power over an entire nation of people. And in North Korea, that man is Kim Jong-un. So why would it be interesting to learn about this? Because I find great value in immersing yourself in learning about other cultures, especially ones that are as different as North Korea. So obviously, if you turn on the news and you do know a little bit about North Korea, as I'm sure you probably do, they do get a very bad reputation because you hear a lot about the bad things they do. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, because we're going to discuss that they do some pretty bad things. It is worth mentioning that there is some quality aspects of North Korea that can be admired, and we'll try to get into that too. So, in North Korea, Kim Jong-un, their dictator, is seen as more than just a man. He's seen as a god to them. Like, they say the man doesn't even poop. I know, that's kind of weird, but I even have a quote from former National Intelligence Director James Clapper, who said when he served in North Korea that these people are, quote, the supreme leader, whom they literally consider a deity, is untouchable. And that means no one can say anything bad about him whatsoever, or else you will get in trouble by the government if you say anything bad. No freedom of speech there. So, but the way that they keep their citizens brainwashed, that's what they do. They keep their citizens brainwashed is, for one, they cut them off from the internet. They have no internet. The luxury that we all enjoy, they don't get any internet. And then two, propaganda is constantly streamed into their heads. Everything that they hear, everything that they see is filtered through a very restrictive lens that the state monitors. Like everything, all the media, the ones that we see on our phone, but it would only come through if the state would let it. And that's why they think the way they think, and they see all these ridiculous things that the state makes up, like they said that they won the Olympics, every single sport. They won the World Cup. They win everything in sports. You know, they say that there's no faults in Korea. They're the best at everything. They are superior, and that is why they have successfully been able to brainwash people into accepting anything that they say with absolute loyalty. So, but also where things start to take a turn for the worse and kind of get a little dark here is that citizens are not at all allowed to leave, because if they leave, they are considered by the state to be defectors. And that is a very serious crime when it comes to their cultures. You cannot defect. And this is punishable by very harsh things, because it is not against the law for public executions to take place. Can you imagine that? Stuff like that never happens in America, but they do public executions for people that try to leave or people that try to stand up against the heavily, controlled state that runs North Korea. So I'm going to show you a video, actually, of an account of a young daughter whose mother went through something horrible in one of these punishments that I just discussed as very harsh. And let's listen to what she has to say.
When I was 9 years old, I saw my friend's mother publicly executed. Her crime, watching a Hollywood movie, expressing doubt about the greatness of the regime, can get 3 generations of a family imprisoned or executed. When I was 4 years old, I was ordered by my mother not to even whisper. The birds and mice couldn't hear me. I admitted I thought the North Korean dictator could read my mind.
So, as you saw there, her mother was publicly executed simply for watching a movie and then doubting if the North Korean dictatorship was truly everything that they claim it to be. And that was enough for her life to be taken by these people. So, back to the propaganda thing, the thing that, keeps them in check, is I have a quote from Fox News in which they talk about a piece of propaganda that these North Korean people read, and just to give you an image of the type of insane things that these people believe, they say that, quote, at the age of 3, Kim Jong-un is said to have been able to drive a car And quote, at the age of 9, he was able to beat an official government agent in a yacht boat race. So you see, these are, and they believe it. They 100% believe it. And if they can believe that, then you can imagine they can believe pretty much anything. The extent of which this brainwashing has occurred is over the top. So, to conclude here, we do also have a quote about how they believe everything about the sports, that they win everything. I have a quote here from the Express.com United Kingdom News that reads that North Korea won the World Cup before smashing their opponents in the Olympics. Or at least they did, according to these outrageous artworks. And these artworks were pictures of them winning these big, grand championships. And that was enough to convince them that really happened. So, to conclude here, there are a lot of bad things that happen in North Korea. There is some beautiful sights to see, but what makes it so different is that it is a dangerous place. You do not have the same freedom that you have here in America. And sometimes those freedoms we learn to take for granted, but going to a place like that, you can realize why those freedoms are so precious to us. And to learn about this, I think you can learn a lot about yourself. So, it's a very different country from anywhere else, and it's quite a unique place. And I suggest that maybe you should go visit it if you got the guts for it. Peace out. This is America.